It was fun, it was funny, it was well animated, it was funky! Yo! Fidzy here, a very hot Fidzy, aka Hegassen, and welcome. I really appreciate you tuning in to my anime review of anime episode 930, and I made it. This episode is based on manga chapter 935, which was the first chapter I ever reviewed on this channel. That's going to be really interesting now. Everything that I'm talking about I've already talked about before, but I get to talk about it from a slightly different perspective and kind of give my thoughts on the contrast between the two a little bit more clearly, between the manga and the anime. This episode though, it's not all of 935. 935 was a great chapter to start reviewing on this channel because it wasn't only the chapter where we got our introduction to Queen, it was also the chapter where we got the bathhouse scene. Nice. We got Nami, we got Robin, and unfortunately Shinobu in the bathhouse, but we didn't get any of that this episode. It looks like it's going to be in the next episode, although I reckon it's just going to be like a little tease at the end, and it'll probably be in the episode after that. Judging by the thumbnails, this episode mainly focuses on the first half of chapter 935 and does the introduction of Queen. And I understand why they split it up, because 935, while it was a great chapter, it did have a lot of information in it. It did feel like a really, really long chapter, whereas this episode felt like a really short episode, and it felt like a short episode because, once again, we have to wait 5 minutes and 10 seconds to get just to the title card. We had pretty much the entire end of the last episode recapped in this episode. So once again, we had to sit through 5 minutes of just nothing to get into the new stuff. And that again, if the theory stands, it makes me think that, oh, so then maybe they spent a little bit more money on one scene in this episode, therefore they had to cut a little bit out. And they did, and that scene was the Queen introduction, and I'll be honest, it was a really, really good scene. It was fun, it was funny, it was well animated, it was funky! But it was right at the end of the episode. It literally got to that, we had them scenes, and then it was the end of the episode, and it just felt like the episode ended a little bit too early. Although, as I said, the scene itself, it was fun, it was funny, it was funky! And the animation was good, the music was great, it was a really good setup for Queen. You could tell as Queen was turning up in his chariot, you had like the rock music playing, and you were like, oh, this is going to be fun. And I love how he just walks on that stage, like, you know, so serious. And then it just turns into the funk. The zoom, 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 zoom. Straight away, I'm already envisioning Queen versus Frankie. Dance-off battle. I really, really hope that we get that in the future of Wano. The anime did this scene really, really well. It was fun in the manga, but it was really fun here. I automatically, straight after watching it, went back and rewatched this scene. Again, I reckon by the end of Wano, it's definitely going to be one of the top 10 Wano gifs. Top 10 most played scenes on YouTube. Definitely the one I'm going to go back and watch a few more times. And we also had the scene where Queen was getting explained by Babanuki all of the things that had gone wrong in Udon prison, and we had the classic, what is now the classic, the Queen face. We got the Queen face, and that was hilarious. When I had to go back and get the screenshots, I was still laughing at that scene. Very funny, especially the M1 where it's like, and our final problem is that Luffy's trying to escape, and he's in the background climbing up, and it's like, well, stop him then, you idiots. Really fun, but it was at the last 5 minutes of the episode, and the beginning part of this episode, in comparison, was very, very meh. We got some stuff with Raizo getting the keys, and that was an expansion on what we saw in the manga, which was good, but at the same time bad, because that crab character was very, very annoying. It was good to see Raizo again using his powers and stuff, once again making me go, is he actually using real ninjutsu in the One Piece world, or is this some kind of devil fruit? What is going on with Raizo's powers? And we got a lot more scenes with Luffy fighting the guards in Udon. He took out Daifugo, and that looked really good. It looked exactly how it was in the manga, and it was great to see Luffy with a big smile on his face. He was giving me like Shinra vibes, he was giving me like Goku vibes, that big smile. He was loving it, he was using it as training, and that was fun little scenes just seeing Luffy beat up random people. A very different Luffy to what we're used to seeing, especially him smiling so much as people are shouting, kill him, kill him, kill him, and him just beating people up with a big smile on his face. But it was very enjoyable, but overall the episode, apart from the ending, it was just a bit meh. It had little pockets, but it felt too short, and the Raizo stuff, while interesting and showed a little bit more, that annoying crab guy was an annoying crab guy, and it just didn't do much for the overall story. I wish that the Queen stuff was more in the middle and not right at the end of the episode, so it just ends and you're automatically like, wait, what? And maybe we got like a little hint of the bathhouse at the end, not just in the teaser. I think this episode, it was definitely noticeable that 5 minutes was missing. Well, more like 3 minutes with the openings, but there were a lot of also scenes that were like dragged out slow, especially when Queen first arrived at Udon. We had to see a few of the same shots over and over again around the eye catch area. So overall, the Queen stuff, it was a good scene. And I think that scene alone, it's a purple but a low purple. Just for that one scene. You know, that scene on YouTube is like gold tier. And the rest of the episode is probably like blue tier. And overall it sits in the middle at a purple tier. Hey, so thanks for watching. What did you think? Let me know about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed my video, maybe give it a like. And if you really liked it, why not subscribe? You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram and Twitch. Oh, and here's a related video you might enjoy, and something more fresh. I've been Hegassen, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!